Hi, welcome to Lala's World. Today we're going to be talking about how to remove 10 types of stains from clothing. We've all had it happen. You're having something to drink or something to eat. Then, all of a sudden, whatever you're eating or drinking spills on your clothes. You try to clean it up, but nothing works. Here's how to fix 10 various stains on clothing. When it comes to wine, place a sheet of paper towel on a table and lay the stain on top of it. Next, sprinkle baking soda on top of the stain so that it's completely covered. Pour club soda on top of the baking soda so that it creates a nice bubbly concoction. Rub the mixture together and rinse the stain out with cold water. Fold the clothing over and rub the fabric together with your fingers, and before you know it, the wine stain will be gone. When it comes to coffee, first run cold water through the back of the stain. This way, the water will run out the fabric the way it came in to avoid spreading. Mix clear laundry detergent with a bit of cold water and set onto the stain. Let sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Use clear, dye-free detergent because it won't dye your clothing. Place the item in a tub of cold water and rub the stain with your fingers. Let the item soak for 30 minutes and voila! No more coffee stain. In order to remove chewing gum, fold the item of clothing so that the gum is facing outward and place it in a freezer bag. Place the gum in the freezer and let it sit for several hours. After the gum is frozen, scrape it off with a butter knife. If small pieces are left behind, go back and scrape some more. If they aren't lifting, place the item back into the freezer and then scrape off again in a couple of hours. When it comes to soy sauce, blot the stain first with a paper towel to absorb any excess sauce. Next, saturate the stain with white vinegar and use a cotton swab to work the vinegar onto the stain. Pour about a tablespoon of clear liquid laundry detergent onto the stain. Finally, rub the stain out with your fingers in a tub of cold water and rinse under a faucet. In order to remove an orange juice stain, cover the stain with a thin layer of clear dish soap. Next, pour some white vinegar on top of the dish soap. Rub the mixture into the stain thoroughly. Finally, rinse the stain out by either soaking it in cold water or running it under the faucet. With a chocolate stain, lay a few sheets of paper towel on the table and set the stain on top of them. Next, cover the entire stain with milk and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Place the stain in a tub of cold water and rub the stain out with your fingers. Next, wring out the water from the garment and pour about a tablespoon of clear liquid laundry detergent, or 2 tablespoons if the stain is bigger, onto the stain. Rub out the stain with your fingers and rinse off with clean water and you're done. When it comes to tomato-based stains, first scrape off the excess ketchup or tomato paste or whatever tomato-based item is on there. Scrape it off gently with a butter knife. Cover the stain in a thin layer of clear dish soap. On top of the dish soap, pour an equal amount of white vinegar. Soak the stain in cold water or run it underneath the faucet and rub the stain out with your fingers. Voila! No more tomato stain. With peanut butter stains, first scrape off the excess peanut butter with a butter knife. Next, cover the stain with a thin layer of clear dish soap. Soak the item in warm water if the clothing label permits it, otherwise cold should do. Rub the stain out with your fingers. When you're done working out the stain, refill a plastic tub with clean water and let it soak for at least an hour. To remove a jelly stain, scrape off the jelly with a butter knife. Then, lay the item over a flat plastic tub, stained side up. Next, pour a pot of boiling water about a foot away from the stain, and it should disappear. Make sure you keep your distance from the water so you don't burn yourself. As a side note, if the label on the item directs you to wash it in cold water, skip the boiling and instead create a mixture of white vinegar, dish soap, and gently rub the stain and wash as directed when you're done. When it comes to grease or oil, sprinkle cornstarch on top of the stain. Once the stain is covered, let the powder sit for 30 minutes. Brush the powder off gently with a clean toothbrush. Next, spray the stain with a commercial stain treatment. Place the garment into the washing machine and wash directed as on the label. Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment, and like. Also, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel.